Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lelo here. Well, there is a predicament regarding this video. So I'm doing this intro before, nah. So what I need you to do is to rewatch the video again because someone is in their feelings. So yeah. So please watch the video again, and then that will help me a lot, and I truly appreciate it. Enjoy the video. Dumelang, boMotswala, better known as Lelo, and welcome back to my channel. Yes, it is Love Month, and as promised, I'll be giving you the love series where I'll be sharing with you how I went from single to getting married. Yes. So if you're interested in all of that, let's get into this video. As you can see by the title, today I'll be just addressing how we met story. So it's going to be a quick one. I don't want to make it lengthy because I know I talk too much. Let's get into it because I talk too much. So what had happened was, I think it was 2017. 2017, I started going to this particular church, House of Praise to be specific. I started going to the church, and that's when I first saw him. When I saw him, I didn't take any interest in him because number one, I thought he's way older than me, and number two, I thought he's out of my league. I was like, he's probably not even looking at me or even noticing me. He just looked like he goes for slay girls, and as you can see, I'm not a slay girl. Okay, so it just happened that I just saw him at church, and then I left it at that. And then the following year, I started taking a friend of mine to the same church. So when we started going to church together, we were always going to church together with Shoni, to specific. Hi Shoni. Hey. It would be a story without mentioning the Shoni, because if it wasn't for Shoni, we probably wouldn't be here. Okay. So Shoni started going to church with me because she needed a church to go to. So I was like, girl, come to my church, it's nice and all of that. So we started going to church together. And when she got to church, she see this handsome guy. And then after church, she's raving on and on and on about this handsome guy from church. And I couldn't place it together who she was talking about. So I was like, you need to give me a picture because I don't know who you are talking about. Then later on, she comes to my room because we lived in the same yard. She comes to my room and she's like, oh, I found him on Facebook, I think, something like that. So I see his picture and I'm like, oh, him. I'm like, oh, girl, don't waste your time. Let's not even bother looking at him. He'll just be our eye candy, if okay? So basically, he was our eye candy, okay? So fast forward to 2018, right? So 2018, I'm single, not ready to mingle. Honestly, I won't lie, I'm not ready to mingle. I'm just single. So I remember this day that I took interest in him was I was at work, and I was going to see another friend at a different office. So I was on my way there. As I am going to the office, I see these three handsome guys. I remember very well, he was in the middle, coming towards the same building that I was already in. And the wind was blowing. She's like the wind. I was like, okay, I think I see what Shoni was obsessing about. Okay. I was like, I think I see what she was obsessing about. Now I see it. I was like, okay, he's cute. So I made sure that when they came in, they saw me. Okay, if that made sense. So they came in. I was like, Dumelang, yeah, stuff like that. So I left. Kanti, a colleague of mine, was gonna ride the elevator with them to the next floor. So Miguel comes back and tells me that one of the guys was asking about me. We all know who that, okay? So she says, like, one of the guys I was like, girl, it's very important to remember who it was before I get excited. Because there were three guys, all very handsome, but there was one very buff. So you need to tell me who is the one who was asking about me. Only to find out it was the buff guy. It was the buff guy. And I was like, okay, he's interested. So that's when my interest came into place. That's when I became interested. So after work, I go to Tony and I'm like, girl, remember the guy we've been talking about? I think I stand a chance. I think I stand a chance. So let's just keep this one for me. Okay? So, and surprisingly, she was very happy for me. Girl was very happy. She was like, okay, girl, go get your man, girl. But I didn't know how things will play out. Anyways, and that happened in August, right? So I think towards the end of September, Shoni finds a flyer. So apparently Mugai is a business guy, ne? And he was going to host a food fest. Your girl loves food, even though I don't eat a lot, but I love food, ne? So she was like, we need to go there to the food fest and support the guy. Maybe he'll remember you and take notice of you, stuff like that. I'm like, that's a good idea. So on the flyer, he had left his cell number. So I took this cell numbers. Shoot your shot, girls. Shoot your shot. So I took the cell numbers and I think I saved them there. And I didn't know what to say I spent the whole week contemplating what I'll be saying to this guy. So I remember it was on the 1st of October. So on the 1st of October, I text him on WhatsApp. Mogai doesn't reply. He replies on the 2nd of October. So when he replies, I was like, I want to find out at what time the event is going to end because I might be coming there later on instead of earlier on. So I wanted to know what event even lani. And he was like, no, cool. The event is going to end like late around 8 o'clock. I was like, perfect. I'll be there. And he was like, great. I'll see you on Saturday. And I'm like, I think it was on a Sunday. Yeah, it was on a Sunday. I'm like, yes, most definitely. So I'm like, this is where I shot my shot. So I'm like, what's about? I haven't seen any of your flowers around town. So I was wondering, how are you advertising your things? And he was like, what do you have in mind? I was like, how about you bring some flyers over and I will distribute them at my workplace? And he was like, where do you work? So I told him. Guy came. And I was like, thank God, because I had a cute outfit on. I just had my hair did. I remember I was feeling myself. I'll put a picture that Jabu took of me on the day, if I can find it. So I was looking cute and whatever. I remember Nick at lunchtime, he was like, I'm outside. So I'm like, okay, I was nervous to meet this guy. So I go there. When I come out, he is there, like, ha, and I'm like, okay, we are hugging. So I go in for the hug. So hug. It was so nice. And he was like, you're that girl from church. I'm like, you're that guy from church. So nice to meet you. And so that's how it started. So Mugai later on, he texted me, sent me voice note. It was so nice to see you. Imo, he's all excited. He's like, oh, I never thought I'll meet you officially. It was so nice to meet you. Even I remember my mother was there for visiting me for the week. And I kept telling my mom that, oh, I met my husband. Speak it to the atmosphere. I just told I was telling my mom how I met my husband because my mom was like, "Give my aunt all this you know." So I was like, okay, this is going somewhere. So we spoke and spoke and spoke. We started talking for the rest of the week. And then I went home on a Friday for the weekend. Mm. On Saturday, I get a text. He's like, the event has been cancelled. I'm like, Haibo, why? And he was like, my mom passed away. I was shook, because it's not like we are girlfriends or boyfriend or friends or anything. We're in the talking stages, right? So Shem, I tried going to the funeral, but I couldn't because of distance and stuff like that. And he said that he would also have loved for me to be there, but life happened. And then a tragedy after the other. I think the following weekend his cousin passed as well. So it was just back to back bad luck, meaning us meeting was just getting delayed. So the month continued to go on and on. We're just talking, ne? And then we met. We finally met. No, he asked when I'll be free. So I remember on the 19th of October, we had like a wellness day at work. So I was like, on Friday, we have a wellness day, so I can knock off early. I just need to run the 5K and then we can meet after that. So I went for the 5K, ran the 5K, and then he called me. He was like, I'm on my way. But I'm gonna go. No, I'm still at the stadium. I'm sweating like a pig. Okay. And I was like, okay, you'll meet me, Sasso, in town somewhere. So I quickly ran to the house as I am trying to clean myself, freshen up. He's like, oh, I'm in town. I'm like, that was quick. Okay. So I just had to change my clothes. Luckily, I'm not a person who sweats a lot, but I was sweating because of the 5K. So I just put on a cute dress, shades, an umbrella. It was hot. Then I went out to meet him. So Lupuleng, I'm walking. It's like a 5-10 minutes walk to where he was. So I go there and then I meet him. As I meet this guy, it's like we have been together forever because he's already complaining about how late I am. And I'm already complaining about why are you complaining? Like, what is the reason? Okay, what's the reason? So we're already acting like a married couple from the get-go. And then I got into the car and then we went to get some refreshments and head back to my place, and then we had lunch and it was so nice. It was we're both comfortable around each other. Not all my confirmation, but I got confirmations that I spoke about with God that I need a guy, ajena. Even like the silliest things, like I remember I said, if I can find a guy who listens to all sons and daughters, I know that this man will be from you. And then in his car leads all sons and daughters. I was like, he's the one. This is the guy that God has made for me. Because number one, I don't know anybody who listens to all sons and daughters. And Gilmugai to all sons and daughters. Yeah, I hope it gets work about it. Yeah, I hope it guys. So I was like, I am done. I have found the one, and that was the first date. So that's how we met. Thank you very much. That's where the story ends. But Nekaka Hokela pointing at shooting your shot, or yes, as women we can shoot our shot, but it's important to observe if the guy is interested or not. I remember there was a particular time during our talking stages, he went AWOL on me, like he didn't talk to me for like a week or something like that. And I also wasn't talking to him for a week because I felt like I was the only one making an effort. So I was like, let me keep quiet and see if he will notice that I'm no longer there. Ne? So I kept quiet, and he also kept quiet. I think after a week, that's when he was like, something is missing. So when he got back to me, he was like, "Hi, Bo, why are you so quiet?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "I'm glad that you notice my absence. Okay, I'm glad that you notice my absence because I'm not the girl to be running after a guy, right? Yes, you can shoot your shot, but he is the one who's supposed to pursue you. So let's not get it twisted, okay?" So with that, I've come to the end of this video. I know it's a bit lengthy, but look out for the next one where I'll be talking about how we got engaged and our Mahati Lobola negotiation ceremony and all of that. I'll share some videos as well. I love you guys so much for watching, and God bless you. Bye.